I'm Maddie from NPR, and I'm here for Kansas's Science Communication Week. Communication is really about listening, and a lot of times when we do science communication, we think about how am I going to present this information for you to learn, but it's really more of a conversation. So one of the things that improv helps scientists do is learn to listen, pick up on cues, and then say yes and kind of go with the conversation and learn while you're talking. Anytime you're trying to take a really complex issue and make it accessible for a general audience, the most important thing to do is practice. And we don't really think of communication as a skill. We normally think of, oh, somebody's really good at it or somebody's really bad at it. But in reality, the best way to talk to a general audience about your really complex science is to use metaphors, but really to try those out and practice with people and try to basically listen to your audience and connect on value.
If I want to tell somebody about gravitational waves, I don't have to explain the theory of general relativity at its fundamental level. All I have to do is say that 100 years ago, Einstein reimagined the way the universe existed, and in changing his thinking from a flat space to a curved space, certain properties emerged that suggested there would be these gravitational waves that would result in a consequence of major cataclysmic events in the universe, like colliding black holes or colliding neutron stars. And you can actually measure these ripples, gravitational waves, or they call them ripples in space-time. You can measure them if you have the right piece of equipment. And only the right piece of equipment has only just become available. And so, when they finally got to a point, Einstein thought they'd never be measurable because they were too weak. But now they've been able to measure them. Okay, so what did I just spend, a minute and a half? There was no jargon in there. Would that get me through my dissertation defense in physics? No way. There's just an imperative for people to become better at telling the public what they're doing. It's a privilege to do science, and if you take that attitude, I think it's great, because then you say, well, it's something I'm really lucky to have been able to do with my career, and I'm happy to share it with people. What could be more fun than telling people about why what you do is the best thing in the world.
Students here at Kansas State were very brave. They went on stage and they were silly and they had fun, and it's definitely something that scientists should have in their toolbox. So that's what we were doing here.